Hey everyone, my name is Austin. I am from Tennessee. I currently work as a dishwasher at a family restaurant, but hopefully I won't have to do that for much longer. I have a lot of great news here. First, this is my final semester at UNO. I started this journey back in January 2021, and well, I'm just glad it's about to come to an end. It's been a long ride since that time, but it's been great. A lot of knowledge learned here, very invaluable stuff that I will take with me, and hopefully leads to a great amount of success that might come in some form of way that I don't even know at this point. That's the beauty of living life. You know, you can't really you can have a plan, but you can't really expect everything to go according to plan. Sometimes the plan changes, and so I'm opening myself up to that once I graduate from this program. I've been writing since I was 8 years old. I started writing these, like, basically they were biographies of fake people. I just came up with people. I would make them, just go through their entire life. And they would always be like baseball players that become actors, or like, just stuff like that. Just, letting the mind flow as much as I can. I also write a lot of songs. I can't really play instruments that well, but I dabble a little bit in the guitar and harmonica. I write poems, not as much as I used to anymore, but I do like that as a writing form. My big, uh, the stuff I wrote the most were like comics. I used to have a little comic series called Pizza Man that, you know, basically it was Deadpool before I ever knew what Deadpool was. It was like, PG version Deadpool. And I also wrote a novella in my junior year of high school that will never see the light of day. I did my undergrad at Tennessee Tech, and I earned a bachelor's degree there. I attempted a master's degree at the same school, but I felt like it was more focused on writing than the creative aspect of it. Like Neil says in his introduction, I like to make up stuff rather than research stuff. I'm good at it, but like I feel like my mind is more at ease when I'm creating stuff that doesn't exist yet, and that it's, my own work. So what brought me to fiction writing? So I brought up the junior year where I wrote the novella. Well, I also took my very first creative writing class, and I felt I took it a lot more seriously than my classmates. So I felt like I caught on to it rather quickly. And around that same time, I read Harlan Coben's Deal Breaker, a thriller novel about a sports agent who is tasked to solve the murder of his ex girlfriend's sister. And it's a very very solid novel. But I realized at that point I wanted to create stories like that, and I've been working my way toward it ever since. What are my interests outside of writing? I listen to a lot of music, both physically and digitally. I listen to a lot of genres, but I gravitate mostly to alternative rock and country the most. I have around 300 CDs in my collection. I also like to cook, like to create things that you otherwise wouldn't have realized you could make with food. Um, Stuff that I've never tried before. Sometimes I like to go on long walks, take hikes. I'm not much of a gym rat, but I do like to exercise a little bit. Not, just to maintain myself. I'm not a perfectionist like that. I like to meditate and do yoga when I, remember to do it. I talk myself out of it a lot. I watch a lot of baseball, even though I'm starting to become disheartened by the big money contracts and the lack of broadcasting. But there's still a lot of good to get from it. Let's see here. Recent books or anything, in the art form that has caught my attention. I'd say I've recently read a collection of poems and short fiction called Changeling by Kristen Reed. She's actually one of my former classmates in undergrad, and she has published this book independently. So everything is her doing. It's a very good collection, very feminist poetry with like dark imagery, but like ultimate perseverance in the face of oppression. I'm currently reading The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. I'm only like a couple pages in so far, but I really like how he simplifies the creative process. Um, an author I'm really enjoying right now is Sherman Alexie. He's kind of this. Uh, his fiction so far I've noticed is very uh, is a scathing criticism, gripping emotional stuff, and also just really flat out funny. Like one line you'll be like crying, and then the next line you'll be like busting out laughing. It's great. I'm currently watching Castle on Hulu. It's about a mystery writer shadowing a New York police department detective as they solve some of the most unique crimes. It's a great police procedural show, but every now and then there's like a morsel of like writing um, advice that you can kind of glean from it. It's very invaluable sometimes. And the song currently stuck in my head is Dead Poet Society's Hurt. Um, and that's my introduction. I'm really looking forward to reading all of your works. I know there's a few people that I've read works before, but I'm really looking forward to reading the ones I haven't met yet. I'll see y'all later.